Hi, I'm Dave, and this is my DA52V Suzuki Everyvan. It has a single overhead cam, turbocharged F6A engine attached to an automatic transmission. I'm on a mission to make this thing drive and stop faster, so in previous videos I did the big brake upgrade and installed a larger rear diff and final gear, all from a DA52W Landy. I wasn't able to test drive it at the time because it ran out of rego, but I had also promised that I would manual swap this white van in the future. So to prepare for that, I removed the propeller shaft, the gearbox, the pressure plate, the clutch, and the flywheel from my silver DA52V. But I can't use the pedals from the silver van because the Firewall in the first gen and the second gen are different, and you'll need to know which one you have to get the right pedal box. You'll probably find that the second gen is the same as the DA62, but I can't confirm that. This is a first gen pedal box. This came to me all the way from Okinawa. Thank you, Victor. Got a 14. Undo the sensor here. This sensor's on the clutch, and this actually stops you from being able to start the engine if the clutch pedal isn't pushed. Probably won't reinstall that. The brake light switch. This end one's a 14 as well. And it's just one long bolt that runs all the way through and a nut on the other end. I'm gonna need two of these. Here's one I didn't prepare earlier. Wrong tools? No, right tools. Got that off. That comes out, and these just pop out now. So the spring, this one goes under here, and then this one clips onto the thing. Little plastic bushings on a rod. We'll grease the shit out of this before we put it back together again. Same deal, spring goes underneath there, and then that goes onto the body. Rubber stoppers. There's only one for the clutch. The wrong tool is never the wrong tool if it works. And that works. Didn't even damage it. That can go straight into the sandblaster. I got the housing inside the sandblaster, but you know, it's not just as easy as just throw it in there and use it. I had to completely disassemble the top of the unit to change the covering for the glass up there, because you have to have a covering on it, otherwise the sand from the sandblaster eats the glass. Same goes for this glass on the viewing window. Had to do that as well. There she is. Look at that. Much better. Actually doing this disassembly in the sandblaster. And that's the pedals done. Just got to dust them off and then paint them. Next I've got to clean up the springs, so I'm going to do that in the parts washer. This is just diesel. I've got to get all this old grease and shit off, and diesel is the best way to do it. There we go, all nice and clean. You just spray them down with some parts cleaner and we'll be good to go. Diesel actually cleans better than parts cleaner does, believe it or not. But you need the parts cleaner to clean the diesel off because it's all oily. Lithium grease. How come you cover them in grease? I don't actually know. I don't know why these are supposed to be covered in grease. Maybe it's so they don't make a noise. Maybe it's so they don't rust together. But every one of these I've ever taken apart's always had grease on it, so we're going to do that and not question the why. I got a little Ziploc bag. Throw them in there. Now they won't get dusty while I'm waiting for the other parts to dry. Don't forget to clean the other internal bits. But before I fit all that stuff into the white van, there's a huge problem that I only just discovered that I will need to solve, or there'll be no point proceeding any further. On the first gen, that's where the clutch cable goes. And the bracket is actually spot welded to the Firewall. Because the other car doesn't have this bracket, and this bracket isn't actually available to buy separately, I'm gonna have to make it, otherwise there's gonna be no way to hold on to the clutch cable. So I'm gonna try to sort of mock up from here and make one of these that actually attaches to this instead. In order to do that, I need to build it in the carry truck so as to get everything in the right place. So this one needs to come out. I'm gonna show you how to do it, was what I was going into this with, but like, unless you have a welder and a spare car, then there's not gonna be a way for you to do this. But the more I look at it, the more I think that I'm not gonna be able to do it anyway. I'm going to try to use this one in the white van and use the one that I just painted in this thing. All right, so I've cleaned everything up, peeled the carpet back, and got the clutch cable out. The way you do that is in there, wind that back out, and that frees up the cable. You maneuver this up over the hook on the clutch pedal, that lets go, and then you can wiggle it out of there. Now, bleed the brakes. I need to get all of fluid out of there. This nipple is actually bigger on the carry truck than it is on an Altezza. Probably what I'm going to end up doing here anyway is actually repainting this wall the same way I did in the white van. So whilst I didn't really want to pull this apart today, it would have had to happen eventually anyway. I'm working on the carry truck again. Have a look at that. I'm not really working on it, I'm dismantling it. I wasn't even going to film this because it's just, I'm trying to get to something else. This isn't even the main event. This is where we're at. I managed to get this out of the car. What an absolute pain in the ass that was. Just taking the final bolt out of here. I mean, I want to, but it just won't. Come on then. Get out of there. There we go. And I think we're free. Here's something really, I'm going to show you this. This is going to sound kind of arrogant, but I thought I knew everything about these things. But I didn't know this. Check out that bracket. They're different. This bracket's different, like it comes around here. This one doesn't have it, and this has got this here where this goes up over the other way. They manufactured two different, well now the DA52 I know has at least 3 different pedal boxes. This is for your clutch switch. They're both early model. I like discovering new stuff, but not at such vital times, if you know what I mean. Incredible. Well, anyway, we're here. I'm going to pull that one apart and then we can start thinking about modifying it. Something like that, maybe. When this stuff falls off, it actually melts into the fake grass, which is not ideal. These are the 2 side brackets that I've come up with. Fairly simple sort of shape. I got some sketchy tack welds on there to hold it in place. Now there's a reason I don't have welder written on my resume. The odd thing about welding is when I can see what I'm doing, I'm a lot better at it. Although I did go a little bit ham here and burn a hole in it. This inside area here is absolute trash. Need to fix that up. Grinder and paint make the welder I ain't. It is only holding the clutch cable. It's not like it's structural. Yeah, that's absolutely horrible. It's absolutely horrible, but if it can take hits with a hammer, it'll be fine. This is what we've ended up with. Okay, looks pretty good. Like I said, the welds aren't very good looking, but they will hold. You know, sometimes shit just f***ing works, because I just pulled this out and I'm like, oh, I don't know, it looks a bit small. And then I'm like, you know what? That's exactly what I need. Grind the edges back to get that coating off it, and yeah, I'm just gonna weld that in. That's it, that's welded on now. I'm not a welder. That will do. It's just a clutch cable. Okay, it's time to put this back together. I've got the diagrams on my phone. I will have them, you can't even see them. Shit. I'll have them available on my website as soon as possible. Okay, so we're going to use a little bit of grease on here. It actually doesn't say in the manual that you have to do this, but I'm going to because I don't want them to rust. I'm going to go on these ends as well. Again, in the manual it doesn't say you have to do this, but I want everything to move and feel smooth. So let's load that into there like that. And then we get the other one from the other side. Okay. I've forgotten how the thing goes together. Yeah, there we go. I've scratched up my paint a bit, but we're just going to move on. That's that. Pop that through. That's relatively easy to set up, honestly. So you load it in and then just push the spring from here until it clips into that hole there. I can't get the camera in there to show you, but this one goes under here and it'll go through the hole in the wall that's up there. This one goes on here and then it clips on here. This doesn't actually have a torque setting, so just do it up tight. Brake pedal, switch, and we can set that up later, but that's how that goes in. Now we need to pull the EVRI apart. Yes, we still need to test the rear diff with the automatic transmission, but the pedals won't affect the results, I promise. I just thought that this was the best order of operations. I knew this would take some time to do, so knock it out of the way first. This way I could test the auto in the morning, pull the automatic transmission out before lunch, install the manual transmission after lunch, and do my final tests in the evening. The reason for that is because the car is no longer registered. I would need to organise temporary registration, and doing that once is better than twice, if you know what I mean. Accidentally touch the screen of the GoPro and you're into video presets. Like, who gives a shit? It won't even record. Like, getting it record is my primary concern. As soon as I undo these two hoses, it's just gonna endlessly drip. And it's like, wait, where did all this fluid come from that I was draining? I need like a gun holster for my... I probably don't. I definitely don't need that. So reluctant to do this. All the drips. Full drip, as the kids would say. Get those hose clamps off there. The keen eye might notice that this is in a different location. That's because I kind of hid the wires when I painted this wall, if you missed that previous video. Oh, so much coming out, but no, it wouldn't move earlier. Oh, there's tons of it. Metric tons of it. So much brake fluid, but oh no, I'm empty. Here we go again. Round 2 electric, get round 2 you. Oh, come on. Let go, you bastard. All right, okay. So that's that out of there. Brake and parts cleaner. Probably doesn't get rid of brake fluid. Actually, push this back through. This is gonna be a tenner as well. Holy shit, that's tight. All right, 2 hands required. What the f? Okay. That's holy tight. I didn't do that up either. That's on Suzuki. I can't believe it's not looser. Holy shit. Well, this is tight. Oh, there we go. Uh-oh. We got drips. We got the drip. And this cable, that's gonna spring back and smack me in the face. I can feel it. I'm kneeling on the crawler and it's trying to roll down the hill. It's just trying to take me for a ride. All I wanted to do was stand still, but nah. It's like, we're going. You and me, Mexico. Oh, hell. We are, that can stay there because it's attached to those lines over there. But I do need to get that out and undo this hose clamp. Okay, so maybe underneath is a most favorable position. Now, unfortunately, these things are held in by pressure from the intake manifold, and time makes the rubber of the hose stick to the metal. So those two combining factors make this hose difficult to get off. We have made the rubber let go. Now can we make the vacuum let go? There we go. Could you hear it pop? Oh yeah, just drop down there into the abyss real quick for me. That's good, thanks. Yeah, great. You bastard! Right, I need to undo the bolts on the other side, and then hopefully this will lift out, or I can finagle it around this thing. Ugh, slop. Right. Can you spin? Okay, got the hoses out, maneuvering around. We've got a few little wires and things going on. We're doing okay. Get past the fuse box. Oh, drop, spin, do the hokey pokey, and we're out. Oh no, that's a problem. You know what else is a problem? All these lights that are in the wrong places. My brake light wire that I spent so much time getting to go through this grommet to be stealthy is now actually the only thing that's keeping me from getting this thing out of the car. Why don't I just leave these two hoses behind? Because they're right here. Alright, so crack those. Here's an interesting little find that would you over and ruin your day. Look at the difference. This is a 4-pin. This is a 2-pin. The automatic has a lockout, electrical lockout, so that if you don't push the brake pedal, it won't start. Interesting. Gonna have to bypass that. Okay, so probably gonna want this in here to begin with to make shit easier. And we're gonna drive the auto with manual pedals to begin with as well. Time to undo the 4 bolts that are holding that on, undo that, and then swap it over to here. You saw me do this already, right? Pin. We don't have to take the pedal out. May as well leave it in there. How tight did I do this up? Oh, not that tight. All right. I wish you could get the pedal box out without having to remove the brake booster. The brake booster should have been under the bonnet. This is the white clip with the brake lines on it. Done. And we're away. It was funny earlier I was saying, I feel like I've done this before. That's because I did do it before. I forgot I did this one. And now I'm wondering, why did I even do this one? Because it had to come out anyway. If anybody has an auto out there and wants a nice, oh shit. If anyone wants this, contact me and, I mean, you can have it. Just pay the postage and you can have that because I don't need it. So we need to get that through that hole there. And then these through these holes here. Clip that in there. The pin can go in through the back here if you have lined the hole up correctly, which I didn't, but there we go. And that's now installed. So now what we're going to end up with is an automatic car that has a clutch pedal. Got our hoses back on here. That one will do once we get it loaded back up. If that steering shaft wasn't there, this would be, I don't want to say a breeze, but geez, it'd be a lot easier. But getting that steering shaft out's a bitch. Could we go sort of upside down? Get that over there like that. And then keep my hand on it so it can't scratch anything. That clutch pedal is proving to be the thing that is stopping me from succeeding here. Oh, wait. Is that it? Have we got it? We're close. Oh, we're past. Come on. Oh, that clutch pedal. Oh, the drama with that clutch pedal. Come on. Past the plastic, you bastard. Come on, past the plastic. Let's go. There we go. And we are in. Oh, yeah, look at that. Let's put a nut on there so it can't fall down. I managed to get this one on. And I'm just tightening it with one finger. The best I can. And then it's in with a regular spanner to tighten it up. Okay, got those done up as the battery died. Thanks, GoPro. Ooh, that's hot. We plug these in first. Why not? Oh, the fluid coming out, of course. The endless fluid. How it still has any left in it is just mind-boggling. We drained it. We had it upside down, and it's still got fluid in it. Put these clamps back on. There we go. Put these 2 nuts back on. 1, 2. There we go. And that one goes into here. I need to get some lube for my pin. Some what now? Just a little bit of lithium grease on the finger. And then rub it on your pole. Line up the pole. Pop it in. That is put back together on this side. This is going to take me hours because I can't wind it in with my fingers. Okay, so I got the bulkhead done. I have to do this, and then there's this bolt in here, but I'll connect up this hose first, I think. Why don't we hold it in here with a magnet? Does it actually have to be this difficult? All right, tighten that up. Done. Done. Let's have a look at the fitment of the bracket that I had to make up. That's pretty damn good, don't you think? I need to put the accelerator pedal back in. Get this cable in here. Get this plugged back in. I'm going to line this up. Oh, we need the key. Where's the key? Steering lock's on and I can't turn the steering wheel to be in the right location. Insert the key. Yo! Oh, was that it? I think I got it. Yeah, I got it. Cool. cool. Rotate this, if we can, plug shit in, because it's not going to be easy to reach these top ones once. Oh, what the f? Oh, shit. That's interesting. All right. That got interesting pretty quick. These are all really easy to figure out because all of the plugs are different shapes, so you can't really mess this up. And up we go. Oh, smash your head on that, drop that. Okay, undo that real quick because now it's in the f***ing way. All this shit needs to go to the side of the mounts. Oh, we've slipped off our pole. Not ideal. Oh, no. I'm just a man here. Come on, man. Which one is it? Where did it go? There it is. These front ones are actually easier to get than the back ones. Just FYI. Dave's tips. Where'd the final bolt? There it is. Ah, just drop it. Captain Butterfingers over here. El Capitan Butterfingers. Ah, yep. There it is. Only works if you turn yourself into a pretzel. If you don't, well then it's not going to happen. I was saying that I needed to plug these in as I go because now it's going to be a prick. Yep, as promised. It's been a little bit of a prick. There we go. You son of a bitch. Now that we've got all four of them started, we can actually run them in. Provided none of your wires are snagged or anything like that. The horn wire is the one you really don't want to snag because connecting that to earth is exactly what makes the horn go. This is all you get. 12, that's tight. Double check this, tight. Double check this, tight. That wasn't tight at all. Is now, what about this one? Final one. Tight. We're not going to connect up the auto switch thing, this cable. We'll be pulling that out later. Easy. Okay, so no problem. Just tuck that over there into the passenger seat. That's a bit dangerous. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.